What is going on, everybody? It's Alex coming back here with another video, and today we are doing round 4 of 5 of this mock draft. Now, you guys have been a true, real support for me this entire time because we are doing trades and everything. It's the first video with trades. However, I need you guys to help me out on one thing more. We just became approved for monetization, so thank you guys for being able to get me there. Because honestly, it is, I'd be willing to do this for free any day, but I need some help with y'all. You guys need to let me know if there's too many ads in the video. I'm trying to keep it maybe once every 10 minutes, maybe once even every 15 minutes, all right? Just straight up, maybe want 1 or 2 in between in the videos. Of course, we got to get the start and end ones because, whatever, right? But I'm doing one thing for y'all. I'm not having those stupid ass, unnecessary, unskippable ads. I ain't gonna do that to y'all because I get pissed personally. So if you guys don't want to see any of the video pop-ups, we'll see how that affects the algorithm as well. I'm gonna be testing all this shit out over the next month. So I really appreciate you guys working with me on that. If you guys are new, hit that sub button. It's gonna be one hell of a ride over the off season as well. And big news, because I know most of you guys have probably already skipped to your guys' picks, apart from my true fans. So for you true people and the new people who are real true ones, we are having a 90 to 95% chance of an interview with the defensive back starting safety for University of North Carolina named Trey Morrison this Sunday. There's a chance. He and I agreed on a Zoom meeting at Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern time. So yeah, so be aware because there might be a video on Sunday of a new interview with the starting safety for UNC. So that's absolutely awesome. I'm super excited for that. Super pumped. We're going to try to get other guys on the show as well. And hey, you never know. It could be Trey. Then you go to Chaz Sarai. You can go anywhere. You can go Javonte Williams. Whatever you guys want to see, drop down below. I'm going to do my best. Going to try to reach out on Twitter and everything. Do whatever we can, right? So thank you guys so much for all your support, and I hope you guys are as excited as I am because it is kicking off. So with our first pick, we got the Jets, all right? So Jets, we gotten you guys, I believe, Patrick Jones, Rashad Bateman, as well as, of course, ETN and Trevor Lawrence, right? It's a pretty good draft. It's a pretty stacked draft, right? Now, corner is kind of an issue. To be straight up, I'm not going to fully agree with everything TDN does, but I do agree. You guys need some defensive help. We got you guys some amazing pass rush with Patrick Jones, right? There's still, we still could get another one, right? Myjai, I don't know why I keep saying right. Myjai Sanders is here. We have, where is he at? Shaka Tony. These dudes are absolute studs. They deserve these picks, but I think that we could be looking for a corner like Roger McCreary, who I've heard actually has a 3rd round grade in the NFL. But like people think he's a 3rd rounder, just like me, which is like what the hell? I don't get it. Roger McCreary is an absolute stud. I don't get why TDN is putting him down here. However, given our draft position, we could also look to see how the Jets are with their picks. Let's just say the Broncos want to trade up. So we still have 2 fifths, which are in close proximity. So if we want to trade up, we will. Therefore, we don't really need to go with a cornerback here. It's just a little bit too much of a reach. So let's look at who's here. Edge players are always in demand, right? You can go for a team who needs interior defensive linemen, all that jazz. Even a running back, a team that might want to use a running back like the Steelers. But the Steelers, we already traded up. I don't think Steelers are going to trade up twice, especially with how many running backs are on the board. However, there's a stud slot wide receiver, and again, I don't know how long Braxton Berrios is going to stay on the team, but you guys gotta push back on this one if you guys don't like this, because I have a 2nd round grade on Elijah Moore. Straight up, it is unbelievable. If you want to look for teams with potential slot needs, we could. I don't know 100% about how like Russell Gage is over here. Kiki QT is a beast. I like Kiki QT. Tyler Boyd, amazing. I'm not really sure who the slot is on the Jags. You guys need to let me know about that one. Cowboys, we don't need to discuss your damn wide receiver core. Even the Chargers could be looking for somebody there. And Giants, your entire team is a bunch of slots. So honestly, I think you just take best player available. Elijah Moore for me. He's an absolute monster. I love Elijah Moore. And being able to have him, Bateman, and Crowder could be there, but again, there's a high chance he's not there in the long run based on how expensive his contract is. He's probably just going to be there to coach up some dudes. So him, Mims, as well as Bateman, that's going to be a really lethal young core for Trevor Lawrence. And plus, it's kind of like the much better Amari Rodgers, because it's a Amari Rodgers without the drops and much better routes and much better after the catch. I think that's a nice introduction for Trevor Lawrence, having actually some good weapons, some youthful weapons, having like a pretty damn good team. Now, Jags, what do we do with you guys? You guys could use edge, and you have Victor the Edge here. I'm gonna call him D Edge because EJE here, as well as Myjai Sanders, and then also Shaka Tony. I like Shaka Tony more than any of these guys. I know that D Edge here actually has the most value, not just on TDN standards. I've heard some pretty damn good things about him. Shaka Tony's on another level though. Literally highest pass rate pressure arguably in the country. I think he's like number 3. So, I mean, that's huge. Being able to pair him up with a much more raw prospect like Kayvon Chason, that's going to be huge. Again, you guys could also use another safety here. That's 100% true. But you know what? You guys just did get a safety. If I'm not mistaken, we got a safety for y'all, right? Obviously, we got to go quick check here. Javon Holland, I mean, that's going to be a great fit. So, Shaka Tony, Javon Holland, you guys are having one hell of a draft. I like it a lot. Bengals, where do we go with you guys? Apparently, I have been completely wrong about your cornerback situation. So, apparently, Mackenzie Alexander's there on a 1-year deal. Trey Wayne's useful. William Jackson's going to be looking for cornerback 1 money when he's not playing as a cornerback 1. So that's kind of a problem. However, this pick, again, like, look, are we going to be really reaching for Roger McCreary right now? Which is not a reach. In the real draft, honestly, maybe it's not a reach. However, given the guys on the board, like Victor Edge, I'm going to honestly look at him right now because I want to check out what his size is. 265. He's much more of a speed bender, and I don't really think that he fits that Carlos Dunlap role enough, right? I don't think that that's the case. Let's check Myjai Sanders here as well as a 260 frame. I mean, honestly, if we really want to, we can go any of these dudes. 6'2", 265. He's a lot better built than I expected. I thought it was a 6'5", 260 dude. At 6'2", he's one dense dude. Like, straight up, he's a dense ass dude. So we're gonna be going edge here. I've heard some things of him going to the first round. So being able to do that, it's gonna be awesome. Again, we could always trade back here with a team that might need a safety. Like even the Falcons, we went with a more of a free safety. It's a weird hybrid. I assume that LeCount's gonna take on that free safety role, a DeMonte KZ role. Bubba Bolden can take that strong safety role, and it might be a little bit of a threat with the Panthers. I don't see much of a threat here. Honestly, I'm gonna retract that statement if we're gonna be honest here. We already got interior on. What the hell do we want to do with the Cowboys? Honestly. We can get some extra edge help if you want. I don't think that's really a need. We don't need another running back, right? So, again, tight end, don't really need another tight end. We could take Charlie Kohler here. Wouldn't be a bad idea, but this is a spot where I sniff a trade down. And let's just ensure that the Browns have not taken a safety because they do have a solid squad there, a solid rotation. However, I'm pretty sure that Harrison's going to be gone, as well as... I'm bugging. Take a couple shots there. But I'm pretty sure that you guys are looking for an extra safety here. Let's just check again. This is when it starts getting more confusing, guys. But to be fair, I mean the Broncos, we don't need that. We don't need that at all. Vikings, again, don't need it. We could honestly go with the Vikings here. Bubba Bolden can play strong or free safety. We're gonna be honest. He's somebody who's more that slot corner type, and that's definitely someone we could use. We're running out of teams who really need a safety here. Ooh, Washington football team. Pause. I'm pretty sure you guys didn't. Oh, we got Colby. Okay. I thought that we traded away that 3rd round pick to be able to move up and select your quarterback, right? So right now we're in the middle of a little bit of a crux here, checking out what teams could use safety. And I talked about it. Jags are moving back up. Jags are coming up again. Yes, absolutely. They're going to have 2 picks at the top of this draft. Where art thou, Cowboys? There we go. Sorry, guys, for like the random-ass long delay. But we are going to be trading... What? Did y'all see that? It went from very unlikely to very likely with like just 20 pick difference in the 7th round. Sorry, that caught me off guard. But we're definitely going to be sending this trade in, especially since we aren't doing 7 rounds. Again, if you guys want me to do that, keep commenting down below. Again, you could use a second safety. We already got one. Bubba Bolden can play a similar role to, to Javon Holland. However, I think they can work really dynamically in that backfield. I think they're both some very high talent safeties there. that can play with either some hit power or else they can also play with some ability for coverage. It's going to be pretty awesome. You're going to be able to run a lot more man coverage with these safeties that are also slot corner hybrids. So, you know what? You guys can sue me all you want. I think it's a great pick. Now, Chargers, where do we go with you guys? We could get some extra linebacker help, right? If I'm not mistaken, Thomas Davis was there. I'm not sure if he still is there. So check me on that one, guys. It's been a little while since I've checked the Chargers roster. Haven't done the revamp video yet. But we could be going wide receiver here as well if we want to look at a guy like Shi Smith. That'd be quite interesting. We don't know if we're going to be re-signing Mike Williams. So, of course, that leaves potential for them to take, if they didn't want to trade back, if they want to trade back with like the Panthers and then not the Eagles, I mean, they could have taken straight up Jamar Chase to replace Mike Williams. But we think that Mike Williams should probably be there. But I mean, getting another weapon wouldn't be too shabby on this offense, right? We're seeing guys like Jalen Guyton making appearances. That is a little unsettling to me. Shi Smith is aggressive. He's mean. He's energetic. He's fun to watch. I like him a lot, and I'm going to be taking him here. I think he's a great fit on this Charger squad, too. You know, he's definitely someone who's going to be able to cover ground pretty quickly, and he has some great hands. He's a very versatile wide receiver at South Carolina. We're not going to be doing any trades right here because, honestly, there are teams like the Panthers that could be looking for a guy to replace, what's his name? Oh my God, I know the school he's out of. I know he's out of Ohio State. Curtis Samuel. It's one of those days, guys. It's the day after I finish all my exams. Here is where I feel comfortable. This is where teams are like, okay, it's Tyreek Johnson or Roger McCreary, right? I think Tyreek Johnson is not as good as Roger McCreary, but let's just check out the ages. We got junior versus redshirt sophomore. They're the exact same age. All right, straight up. We're going to be going Roger McCreary here. Sue me, whatever. Roger McCreary can play man, zone, whatever the hell you want to play him as. I think Roger McCreary is going to be a great fit. He probably could have went to like a different system and been more effective, but when it's in the 4th round, you just don't give up on that. Again, you could have been like, Alex, you really said that like 2 picks ago. But this is such a need. It's like a dire need. It's not the freaking Bengals need. This is like, you guys need a cornerback too, like it's nobody's business. So you guys are definitely going to be willing to reach here. And I think it's a great reach. Honestly, it's a great reach. Valued in the 3rd round by PFF as a B+, and that's pretty awesome. Now, Falcons. This is where you can either go linebacker or take Desmond Ridder out of Cincinnati. Now, you owe Matty a lot of money, but man, who do you have as a backup? Who do you have as a future option? I don't see anybody. I don't see anybody worth it there. Desmond Ridder could potentially take over. In worst case scenario, yeah, you can bite the money if you want to next year. But again, it's just not, you don't draft your future right now. This is where you can take a shot on a guy like Desmond Ridder, who's leading his team very well and very well respected guy around the league. So I like that a lot. Another reason why we took Roger McCreary, because we had the Texans coming up. The Texans definitely need a lot of things. To be straight up, they need quite a bit. But edge, that's not something that's an immediate need for me right now. I don't think they need that. I think they need that cornerback help. So, I mean, could we pass up on a Tyreek Johnson? Browns ain't going to need him. I don't even think the Giants are going to need him. We could see a need over with the Lions, though. So that leads me to be a little uneasy here. And again, we're not going to be trading back here. Tyreek Johnson's going to be the pick. He's pretty damn good. I mean, watching him out of Ohio State, definitely somebody who I'd be willing to take a shot on. He's young, which means he has time to develop. And this team could take any cornerback that they really need to at this point. And Browns, at this point, do you guys want to go linebacker again? No. Like, I honestly, they could. They realistically could. Mac Wilson ain't going to be like the brightest spot in the world. Again, they did get a linebacker in the 3rd round last year. I forgot about him. Not Jalen Phillips. Forgetting his first name, but Phillips out of LSU, which was a pretty damn good pick, right? But again, you're having like 3 dudes who are subpar against Jack. You think Jack Sanborn's going to be better than them? No. However, there could be some teams that are in need of a linebacker. So, I mean, if you want to look at the Raiders, who might be having dudes closing up on contract, I'm not sure about that. But I think that their linebacker core is fine. The Giants could use a linebacker, right? Let's just check to make sure that we, as the Giants, didn't draft any dudes. I'm pretty sure we drafted corner, wide receiver, and then we also... Who do we draft in the 1st round, though? Straight up, who do we draft in the 1st round? Got to make sure about this one, guys, because I don't want to be bugging on a pick. Gregory Rousseau. We don't have a linebacker taken. So, I mean, the Browns are just going to say, screw it. Why don't we just get a little bit of extra value? Might be a stupid pick, but, I mean, man, it's not... You guys can criticize it all you want. Like, moving up one spot to take a dude for, like, minute value is not bad at all. We're honestly going to be reaching into the 2022 7th-round pick territory just to be able to move up one spot, right? So, why not? I mean, the Browns get a little bit extra value, and then Jack Sanborn can come in and at least learn a little bit and provide some extra defensive help there in New York, which leaves the Browns here where we could be going interior offensive line if we want, because they are having some aging dudes there, and I mean, they love to run the ball. Why not get an amazing run blocker in Drake Jackson? I really like Drake Jackson. You see Kentucky, they block really damn well. If there were any guards out of UNC in this draft, I would draft them in a heartbeat, right? Just look, I'm going to see if there is any, which there isn't, but I mean, Drake Jackson's a perfect player on the interior of the offensive line, man. I think that he's going to be able to do an amazing job, especially when you have that dynamic duo. It's going to be so key. And of course, Desmond Ridder would have been, this is the latest I can see Desmond Ridder going. So for the Lions, I mean, you could be like, crap. But again, this is kind of boring because there's no trades here, but Brady Christensen's going to be an amazing option. He's been arguably the best PFF graded tackle in the entire country. Consistently, he's been improving every single year too, which consistency is huge. Consistency is huge. I'm having something stuck in the back of my throat. We got our signature bland-ass tea, which is okay. But I usually deal with mouth dryness pretty damn well during these videos, but this one was just a little bit special. Excuse me. Now, Niners, where do we go with y'all? We already got you a tackle who could kick into guard because McGlinchey could be gone. And Kenny Gainwell's on the board. So, thinking about it, the Steelers, we got to look at where they are. I think the Steelers got to trade up for this, man. It's either Michael Carter or Kenny Gainwell. And I think the Steelers are going to be trading up once again, which sounds ludicrous, right? It sounds straight up ludicrous for the Steelers to be trading up all the way with the Niners, right? I don't think so. Honestly, the Niners traded up for every single pick that they got last year. So the Steelers, already having all their picks traded to them, are going to be able to use some of this capital to move back up and select Kenneth Gainwell to finally give the Steelers backfield something to hope for. Because, I mean, we busted on Anthony McFarland last year. That was not a good pick. But it's okay. Now, the Broncos, I mean, I love trading back for y'all, but there's some blue chip prospects here like Myjai Sanders. Like, are you kidding me? I mean, I hate him as an SMU boy, but man, Myjai Sanders out of Cincinnati, he's scary. He's good. He's really good. I don't get why he's falling this far. Excuse me again, but I mean, man, it's cheers. Like, why the hell not? I mean, even I could honestly see the Steelers even moving up for Muhammad Ibrahim, but honestly, nah, like screw that. So there are guys like Monty Rice on the board too. For a team that needs a linebacker, this team is definitely not one of them. But we could potentially look at a free safety here as well because Harrison Smith ain't gonna last forever. However, Levi's on the board, and you already know how much I love my interior defensive lineman from Washington. He's gonna be an absolute stud here. And man, keeping with the boring ass like no trades train. I mean, we just did with the Steelers. We're going to be going for a guy who I think that you need to reach for. I don't know why he's down here. Chris Tonga is like Damon Harrison 2.0 to me. He just eats up that interior and he just like spits people out. It's awesome. I don't know. I don't get why people are just like, yeah, it's okay. Like, man, it's scary. It's scary. Chris Tonga, you can see how worse their defense was this last week when he wasn't flying out with them. It's just like, man, he has a real effect on the game. And that's okay. It's okay for him to be rated this lowly because he's going to make an impact. Against the Patriots, a stud guy, which I hate personally, but I'm more of a fan of the draft than a fan of the game at this point. Thanks to you guys. But Vikings, I mean, is there any team that needs a tight end, right? Any team. The Washington football team could move up here and take Hunter Long because there's a team like the Ravens that could take him. They're not going to be willing to move up. But honestly, let's just check to make sure that we didn't draft. I mean, again, there's so many picks in this draft. I don't think we took a tight end. So, Washington football team, rise up. Whatever the hell your damn thing is. I know rise up. I'm pretty sure it's a Falcons statement, but you know, be happy because man, this is gonna be a steal. This is gonna be a steal of a pick. And again, we're gonna be using a 22 seventh round pick here because 2021 you just don't trade a fourth and a seventh there unless they're trading back down. So Washington's gonna be moving up here to select Hunter Long, who is the second highest yards per route run in college football. So, I mean, in college football as a tight end, right? He's right behind, what's his name? Kyle Pitts. Like, that's pretty darn good. Now, at this point, all right, like, Raiders, what do we want to do with you? We have Monty Rice on the board, and I know your linebackers are okay, right? But, I mean, can you get mad at bringing Monty Rice in? I don't know how long Raekwon McMillan is going to be staying there, but, I mean, Monty Rice could add some rotation. The linebackers have underperformed. They have. But getting a guy like Monty Rice, I mean, like, man, talk about a freaking steal, y'all. Like, straight up, I'm going to take this any day. I don't care if I have 800 linebackers. Get Monty Rice in there. Worst case scenario, he proves himself in the preseason, you ship him away for our pick. That's a lot better than this one. Monty Rice is a stud. And at this point, oh, damn it. I hate this. I literally hate this. Caden Stearns is going to the damn Ravens. Oh, that's so annoying. Oh, that's such a steal. That is such a steal. And it hurts me in the stomach to watch that. At this point, is there a team that could use a linebacker? I mean, we could go back to the linebacker train here with the Lions. Straight up, we could do that. But Dallas Cowboys, you guys don't need one, but you very well might be trading up. Again, you guys are going to get sick of me doing this. I just want to make sure we don't double draft linebackers here. But, I mean, we are trading up with the Cowboys. The Cowboys, we are excited to be moving up with the Vikings, and we are going to be taking a guy with sky-high potential. Again, we're trading a next year seventh. All these teams are eventually going to trade all their sevenths with how many sevenths I've been trading. Again, it doesn't even matter. But man, you guys are losing your good old buddy there in Sean Lee. Why not get a 6'7" project that has unlimited, untapped potential? Charles Snowden's an absolute stud. I had him, actually, as my number 33 player before I started watching him more heavily and started seeing he does have some flaws. But man, in the 4th round, are you kidding me? What a steal. What a steal. And yeah, I mean, straight up, we can't let go of this like edge class right here. Smith apparently is 6'7", right? He's 6'7", 250. I've heard some very good things about him. But man, Rashad Weaver is a little too good to pass up on. I've heard him in the 1st round for some people, man. Rashad Weaver is a stud. I'm going to be definitely taking him here. For the Lions, we're going to definitely look at some corners here too. I mean, is this a place where we go Marco Wilson? Maybe, right? We could, TJ Carter, again, shouldn't be rated 190, should not be rated above these guys. Lenore has definitely had a much better year. So if we want to be going that route as well, but honestly, can you pass up on a 6'7" project like this as well? Brenton Cox is a monster too. Like, I'd be flopping between these two guys, but with the Lions, since they're in rebuild mode, I'd take a shot on a 6'7" dude who actually has some really good production there in Northern Iowa. I've heard some very good things about him, so we're going to be sticking to it. And all right, Bucks. I mean, there's some gadget backs here. Straight up, there's some gadget backs. And if you guys don't understand what a gadget back is, like I'm kind of I'm coining that term for a dude who's much more of a gadget type player. There's also some really good edge players here, and I mean, could there be a team that could use an edge? We're having another trade up, y'all. Straight up, we're having another trade up. Where are the damn Seahawks? Seahawks, you guys are going to be trading up with the Buccaneers, which is kind of course, a little bit weird given the fact that, I mean, they're probably going to be competing in the playoffs, given that also that Brady stays and doesn't retire anytime soon. But with this pick, I mean, Brenton Cox Jr. is a little too good to pass up on. Knowing, we're going on an edge streak here. Knowing, of course, the Seahawks, they're going to be picking up Jamar Watson at this point because they love to just randomly get a dude in like the 18th round. I mean, worth the 18,000th pick. There you go. I was bugging on the words. But Colts, where do we go with you guys? You could use some help on the interior of the line. Straight up, not on the offensive line, on that defensive line. So let's check out who's there. Who is? We got to check it out. Tadarius Slayton, again, you know how much I love my Florida boys. Dante Stills is raw. I don't like him too much. Bobby Brown's a great steal later on. Tadarius Slayton might be too good to pass up on. But let's check out who is here at the top. Again, I can't find any places for these running backs to go. Titans fans, honestly, you guys are going to be mad at me, but I'm going to give you another running back. I'm just going to give you a pre-warning. I mean, sue me. I look at your roster. The only guy that you have is Darrington Evans and Derrick Henry after this year on contract. Like, you guys, I don't know why you guys, like, rip me a new one for that. But, again, we could go, if we want to go Charlie Kolar here, I mean, is there another team that needs a tight end? We could look at the Saints. Honestly, screw it. We're bringing up the Saints. The Saints are going to be trading up because there's no need for the freaking Colts to be, like, sitting here reaching for defensive linemen, right? There's no reason for it. And, I mean, look at this. This is interesting. We're going to be using the last pick that the Saints have in the entire draft in order to move up to select Charlie Kolar to basically be the understudy. I know you guys might be like, they have Troutman. Yes, I think that Troutman is a great target, but you need 2 targets when Jared Cook retires. I think that Charlie Kolar is just a little bit too high floor of a dude, and he's going to be a very dynamic, versatile weapon. He's worked in tight end cores before where there's multiple tight ends like Chase Allen. I think he's going to work really well in this rotation as well. Definitely something I really like to see here. Now, Titans, where do we go with you guys? You guys could have used a tight end there because, again, I mean, that's another reason why you had to jump the Titans, is just because you don't know if you're going to re-sign Jonnu Smith. But let's get you some extra line depth with Ben Cleveland. Like, why not? I know you guys are going to probably crucify me for it, but Ben Cleveland's going to be the dude here. Just get some extra depth. Some extra depth. I know you guys are going to kill me for taking a running back there, but, I mean, why the heck not, man? And the Patriots, I thought of Tom Brady, thought Patriots. Bucks, it's been a long day. I mean, to be honest, do you have a true receiving back? You've been trying to do that for so long with Leonard Fournette thinking he's Adrian Peterson, and it hasn't worked. Michael Carter has just been rising up my board so much. I love Michael Carter so much that he's definitely going to be the pick here. Going to be a true scat back. Keyshawn Vaughn is not, he didn't pop off on tape to me. Realistically, I think that was a reach. That was useless. We haven't even seen him play well this year. I don't even know if he's played this year. That's how much he disappears. So, I mean, yeah, he's played this year. But Michael Carter's going to come in, be that true receiving back, that true scat back, gadget back that I like to say. And that's going to be really fun there. Vikings, this is where you can take a shot on a corner if you want. To be straight up, this is where you can get a guy like Lenore, Keith Taylor, Chase Lucas. But, man, I love Keith Taylor. I mean, out of Washington, I love these Washington corners, man. They do such a good job. Recruiting corners, training corners. This is just a high floor type of dude that you get some extra rotation depth in there. Like, worst case scenario, he's extra rotation. You can never have too many good corners in this league, man. You can never have them because they always get injured too. So, might as well, right? This is where you get your depth. You don't always have to go after need or anything. But, I mean, let's check out the safeties for the Browns as well because Wiggins is here, and I like Wiggins. To be honest, I mean, getting him into that rotation, again, if you don't have to pay money for a guy like Harrison, I mean, that's a good thing, right? Divine Diablo, I've heard some very good things about as well. Darius Washington, number 2 safety in the league last year. Could be due to the fact he is the number 1 safety next to him, but as a kid who watches a lot of Cincinnati, James Wiggins is scary. He's really scary. Definitely someone to take a shot on at this time. He and Grant Delpit could make a really fun pair. Really fun pair. And it also steals him from the Vikings, who could take him again. If you guys want to get a true free safety understudy, this could be a good time to get it. Do you guys have a true slot wide receiver, though? Because Tutu Atwell would be kind of fun. Not going to lie. You have your true, like, two wide receivers there. Of course, I don't even have to name them, right? We already know them. They scare every single defensive back in the world. Adam Thielen, Justin Jefferson. Do you have a true slot? I mean, yeah, you could say that Justin Jefferson could be a slot guy. I think he wherever he goes, he's going to be perfect. Tutu Atwell is just a little bit too high end of a prospect for me to give up. It's just like, why not? It's just, why not? It's going to be fun. Tutu Atwell is just a gadget player. If he doesn't work, he doesn't work. But it's somebody with an extremely high ceiling. Somebody who I like a lot. And getting some extra help for the linebacking core could be helpful on this team. And Baron Browning's been arguably better than Pete Werner. So Baron Browning is going to be kind of a steal at this point. I like that a lot. Not doing too many trades right now. We don't need to have every pick as a trade, though. I mean, I keep saying that. It's just I'm like, dude, are we not doing enough trades? But don't worry, guys. We could get some edge help here if you guys, because again, there is the chance that you guys, I mean, I've been telling you this, get rid of D Ford, be able to save some money, and then be able to re-sign all these other dudes. Jeremiah Moon's so good too. The Florida Edges have been doing a great job. Ali Gay is also pretty good. I like Dalen Hayes the most. Actually, Jordan Smith the most out of all these guys. Jordan Smith pops off on tape, man. I'm telling you. He is good. We could look at the safeties as well and get Ardarius Washington here, which is probably what we're going to do. I mean, it's kind of like worth it. You just want to rebuild that secondary. But, man, I'm telling you. I mean, for this next pick, I very well might be going Jordan Smith here. I mean, he's just too good. We did trade back for interior defensive lineman, though. Speaking of another Florida guy, Tadarius Slayton is going to be just a great fit in there. Putting him next to DeForest Buckner is going to be a great option to be able to have him have some long-term true damage that he can cause. I think that's going to be perfect for his development. But tackle is a huge need here, and of course, Josh Ball. I love Josh Ball. He made the freaking Marshall offensive line 6th in the nation. That's a pretty good sign. So we're going to be going Josh Ball here for sure. And we did not get a safety for. I'm actually very surprised that we did not get a safety for the Patriots. That is pretty interesting to me. But I mean, I'm telling you guys, Melifonwu popped off on tape to me. I watched him, and that was when Cisco went down. Melifonwu played really well, very athletic guy. I'm pretty sure that the Patriots might have brought on his brother Obi Melifonwu a long time ago. I know they didn't draft him, but I'm pretty sure he was on the roster. So it could be just like kind of like a cute, fun reunion. But we're definitely going to be going Melifonwu here. Could have been a trade back spot, but again, Bill sometimes overpays for his free safeties. Melifonwu would be a great option on this squad. Just definitely somebody who has a very high potential. Now, where do the Rams want to go? This is where Jordan Smith goes. This is where he's going to be going, and he's going to be learning from Aaron Donald. I mean, man, I'd be scared shitless. Straight up shitless of this team. Like, the Rams have such a good defense as it is, and being able to get an edge for this team to be able to continue this, like Leonard Floyd most likely might be leaving. I'm not sure his contract situation, but Jordan Smith has sky-high potential as well. And, of course, the Cowboys, we could get you some line depth. Straight up, now we can get you some line depth. It's okay. But is there anybody worth it? I think Myron Cunningham would be a good understudy for a while. So, I mean, at this point, you kind of can reach 10 picks for a tackle. Definitely somebody I'd be very interested in. And, again, forgetting who you have at tackle right now, but he's doing a pretty good job. If I'm not mistaken, he might be on contract here. I thought he was on contract here. You guys said otherwise. I haven't done enough studying about Green Bay to be able to make it a very informed opinion on this. But, I mean, you already have Mohamed Ibrahim and Zamir White there, pretty much. But do you have a true pass-catching back? I got it right the first time. No. You guys drafted A.J. Dillon, which makes no sense. Zero. Again, Aaron Jones could be on his way out. He could be. I don't think he will be. But Aaron Jones, I don't think that you need to use him up too much. Honestly, if you want to sign him long-term, be able to have Javian Hawkins step in there, have the rotation of these three dudes, because you drafted A.J. Dillon in the second round. Like, why? Why? I had him as a 5th round. I think everybody had him as 5th round. Javian Hawkins is going to be the pick here. Sue me if you don't like that, but Javian Hawkins is a little too good to give up. He's just going to be a true scat back. He's going to be able to be a really good receiving back, and I think you need that. You need that. Why not? Take a shot. Have some fun. And the Steelers, where do we go with you guys? I mean, to be fair, Chakuma Okorafor hasn't even been playing well either. But looking at it, our guard spots, DeCastro, and then also, I'm forgetting our other dude's name. We literally drafted him. I can't believe I'm a Steelers fan and I can't remember his name. Honestly, guys, if we want to get rid of Benny Snell, we could go back-to-back running backs. It's a little bit weird to say. But we very well could go back-to-back because Mohamed Ibrahim is much more of like a running back, and it's kind of weird. It's kind of weird. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about that. I'm curious. I'm very curious about that. Could definitely be something we're looking at. And again, I think Vince Williams is kind of old. So if we want to think about it, Gayo Teote is pretty damn good in the pass-catching game. Supposed to be a second-round prospect this entire year. So could definitely be something we look at, right? Tight end, we could definitely get some more youth in there, but I'm kind of scared by how poorly the Steelers draft tight ends. But Kenny Yeboah. Kenny Yeboah is so good. Man, trust me, if you guys want to watch some Ole Miss games and see my former high school quarterback play, watch Kenny Yeboah. He's pretty damn good. It's definitely something I'm considering at this spot. We don't need wide receiver. We need a better wide receivers coach to be able to have him catch the ball. Vance McDonald's going to die off soon, and we all know that. I'm pretty sure that. Oh my God, why am I forgetting people's names today? Eric Ebron is not the long-term answer, especially with his brick hands. Kenny Yeboah is pretty damn good. I like him a lot. I have more of like an early fourth on him, so getting him at this spot of the draft is a great spot, and honestly, something that I'd be totally in support of. I usually shame the Steelers for how they usually draft, but I'll never shame them on this one, man. Honestly, it's such a good pick. At this spot, where do we go? Do we need to trade down? No. We can get some extra pass rush in here, right? Ali Gay, I mean, it's an LSU pass rusher, right? Like, bottom line, it's an LSU pass rusher, so he's going to be having a high floor. Definitely somebody who could be more raw. I haven't done enough studying to Ali Gay. I've just seen him make some plays, and that's a very good sign for somebody you want to draft at the fourth, right? So definitely we're going to be sticking with him. And sticking with the boring, like, no trades for round 4, we're going to be going Gayo Teote here. I think he fits really well with this whole entire Patriots scheme. You guys lost a lot of talent last year. That's going to be the last pick of the draft, unfortunately. Last pick of the 4th round, because we're going to be doing round 5 for you guys. But Gayo Teote is going to be a solid finishing to this 4th round. So let me know what you guys think. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm going to try to keep this video a little bit shorter at the end because, them freaking jet engine computer and then everything else. Let me know what you guys think about these ad situations. I don't want it to be just some boring-ass thing where you have an ad pop up every 10 minutes and you don't want to watch my videos anymore. Like, I'm doing this for both myself and for you. So, again, trying to find that middle ground. Help me find it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you on the far side. Peace.